King Jabari often remembered the day he met Tatu. The memory returned to him many times over the years, clear, warm, and powerful. It was not just a memory of a meeting, it was the memory of a choice that shaped his life. It had been early morning, the kind of morning when the world feels fresh and untouched. The sun rose slowly in deep orange light, stretching across the sky like a glowing curtain. The hills surrounding the kingdom shimmered softly under the dawn. Birds sang sweetly from branch to branch, their melodies rising and falling in harmony with the waking day. The palace grounds were calm. Guards stood quietly at their posts. Servants moved gently across the courtyard, beginning their daily duties. The air carried the coolness of the night, slowly warming as the sun climbed higher. King Jabari stood outside, watching the sunrise in silence. He was a thoughtful ruler, a man who believed that peace in the morning brought wisdom for the day. He listened to the birds. He watched the light spread across his land. He felt grateful for the quiet strength of his kingdom. Then suddenly, the peace was interrupted. Footsteps approached quickly across the courtyard stones. A palace guard rushed forward and bowed deeply. "My king," the guard said, slightly breathless, "there is an unexpected visitor at the gate." King Jabari turned calmly. "An unexpected visitor?" "Yes, your majesty, a hunter. He carries an antelope on his back." The king paused. A hunter arriving so early was unusual. Yet there was no fear in the guard's voice, only surprise. "Bring him inside," the king said without hesitation. It was in the king's nature to welcome strangers. He believed kindness strengthened a kingdom more than suspicion ever could. Moments later, the large wooden gates opened. There stood the hunter. He was strong and steady, dust from the road clinging to his skin. Across his back rested a freshly hunted antelope. His clothes were simple, made for the forest and long travel. His face showed no arrogance, no fear, only calm confidence. He stepped forward and bowed respectfully. "My king," he said, "I bring this gift to honor you." The king looked at the antelope and then at the man before him. "Any man who comes in peace is welcome in my home," King Jabari replied warmly. And so, because of the king's kindness, the stranger was welcomed into the palace. That evening, they sat together and shared food. The antelope was prepared and served among other dishes. Fruits were placed in carved wooden bowls. Warm bread was passed from hand to hand. Torches flickered against the palace walls, casting soft golden light. They talked. They shared stories. The hunter spoke of the forests he had walked through, of mornings colder than this one, of nights spent under endless skies. The king listened with interest. He admired courage and endurance, and the hunter carried both. There was laughter between them, simple laughter, the kind that comes when two men speak openly without pride. The night passed peacefully. But the next morning, before leaving, the hunter asked to speak with the king one final time. The sun had not fully risen when they met. The sky was pale with early light. The birds had begun their songs once more. The hunter stood before the king, his expression more serious than the night before. "My king," he said slowly, "I must tell you something before I depart." King Jabari nodded. "Speak." The hunter took a breath. "I saw a dream about your future." The morning air seemed to grow still. "In my dream," he continued, "a neighboring king will invite you to his land. He will seek to strengthen your bond, and as a gift of unity, he will offer you a wife." King Jabari listened carefully. Such alliances were not uncommon among rulers. "In that place," the hunter went on, "many beautiful maidens will stand before you. They will be dressed in fine garments. Their beauty will shine brightly. Their presence will draw attention." The king remained silent, focused. "But among them," the hunter said firmly, there will stand a dark girl with one short hand." The words settled between them. "Many will laugh," the hunter continued. "Many will question your choice. But choose her." The king did not interrupt. "Though others will laugh," the hunter repeated, "she carries greatness within her." The sun slowly rose higher, casting light across the courtyard. The king studied the hunter's face. There was no doubt there, no hesitation. "Remember my words," the hunter said softly. And with that, he bowed and departed. The gates closed behind him. Days passed, then weeks, and just as the hunter had said, a message arrived. A neighboring king sent an invitation. He wished to strengthen the bond between their kingdoms. He invited King Jabari to his land. The memory of the hunter's dream returned immediately. When King Jabari arrived at the neighboring kingdom, he was welcomed with ceremony. Drums echoed through the air. Banners fluttered in the wind. People gathered to witness the event. Soon, the moment came. In a wide courtyard, many beautiful maidens were presented before him. They stood in graceful lines. Their garments were colorful and finely made. Beads shone around their necks. Their hair was carefully styled. Their beauty was clear for all to see. The air was filled with expectation. King Jabari walked slowly before them. He observed each one respectfully. He noticed their posture, their confidence, their beauty. Then, he saw her, standing quietly among them. Her skin was dark beneath the sunlight. One of her hands was shorter than the other. She wore simple clothing compared to the rest. She did not push herself forward. She did not try to outshine anyone. She simply stood, calm, dignified. Her eyes did not beg. They did not hide. They were steady. In that moment, the hunter's words echoed clearly in the king's heart. "Choose the dark girl with one short hand." The courtyard felt silent, though many people were watching. King Jabari stepped forward. He passed the others. He stopped before her. Gasps spread across the gathering. Some people laughed in disbelief. Others whispered loudly. But the king did not waver. "I choose her," he declared. The laughter grew louder among some. The neighboring king looked surprised, but King Jabari stood firm. The girl lifted her gaze calmly. Her name was Tatu. Though others mocked her, the king did not see weakness. He saw quiet strength. He saw humility. He saw dignity. And he remembered the dream spoken by the hunter. Everything had happened exactly as foretold. The invitation, the maidens, the dark girl with one short hand. And though the people were shocked, though they laughed and whispered, King Jabari never regretted his choice. Not in that moment, not in the days that followed, not in the years to come. For he had chosen not with his eyes, but with wisdom. And sometimes the greatest greatness is hidden where few are willing to look.